Welcome to the Yo-11 podcast. Yo-11 podcast, mostly Vegas, no BS casino experience, and more. Today's episode is a magical Wynn Las Vegas journey with craps and baccarat. Oh my. This is episode 96, season 3 of the Yo-11 podcast. Michael Trager is a casino and travel loyalty expert who also helps people turn their travel dreams into reality. And now your host, Michael Trager. How's it going, Michael?
It's going crazy. It's a crazy, frantic Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Yeah, it's crazy. It's okay. It's good. I'm good.
It's definitely a Tuesday.
Yeah. I'd like it to be a little less crazy, but I'm doing well.
All right.
How are you doing?
I am doing quite all right. We have a bit of a special as far as the news goes today, so let's just get on with the news. The High Roller, the tallest observation wheel in operation, is celebrating its 10th anniversary on Monday, June 10th. To mark the occasion, visitors can purchase $10 tickets for rides between noon and 5 p.m. Tickets are available on Ticketmaster and at the box office. There are special promotions also happening for this, everything is around the number 10. So let's get to it. The Fly Link Bar, you can get the Vegas Vice cocktail for $10 from June 7th to the 10th. At Flour and Barley, you could get $10 for a large cheese pizza at the to-go window and a $10 specialty cocktail. One guest can win an $85 dining certificate with Flour and Barley. Guy Fieri's is doing 2 free high roller tickets with the purchase of a 10th anniversary Golden Monkey Bola, whatever that is. Hot Doggery is doing a hot dog combo of a hot dog, fries, and soda for $10 and a chance to win a $35 dining certificate. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club is doing $10 tickets to see Pharrell Dillon on June 11th with proof of high roller ticket purchase, -5 ice bar, $10 entry with the word code high roller or a high roller ticket before 5 p.m. It goes on and on, lots of $10 deals at just about everything at the Link Promenade, so be sure to check it out and celebrate these exciting deals and enjoy the views from the high roller. That's going to do it for the news, and now for the views. Michael, what are your thoughts?
Thoughts are, that's great. I can't believe the Link is so old.
Right? Me neither. 10.
Yeah, I don't know if I thought, I think I thought the Link would always be, the high roller would always be a success. Maybe I shouldn't say the high roller is that old. I thought it'd be successful, but I think it's actually become more successful than people believe. And you could also, you can rent it out for private affairs.
Private affairs. Wow, now. I remember there was a time when Link Promenade first opened, there was this something called the Vortex. It was pretty good. It was this thing that was on top of where O'Shea's used to be, and it was very bouncy and pretty, and they got rid of that. But yeah, so 10. I was surprised too when they said 10 years. I was like, wait, really? It's been that long? But yeah, it's really been that long. 2014. So time flies, man. Time flies. Anyways, so what can you tell us about, are we ready to do the tease?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're ready to do the tease. Anyway, it's good. Link Promenade is great. I think the high roller is great. I think it's all positive stuff. Actually, it's sort of good because Vegas needs that mixture of different things for people. So I think that's sort of smart, actually. And I think the branding of the Link finally worked, because what was it before the Link? The Quad?
The Quad, yeah. Which makes no sense for that particular place at all. It was supposed to be a college idea thing, but I'm pretty sure it was just their transition title because it was under construction and getting renovated. They didn't want the Link having a bad name associated with reviews, so they call something like the Quad, which is something no one's going to care about. So people can say, oh, the Quad sucks. And then, of course, when everything's done, boom, they're the Link. So I'm pretty sure that was like a marketing thing just to keep negativity out.
I think the Link is actually a pretty cool name. It's short.
I like it.
It's to the point. Yeah, I think it's actually, if you want to talk about names, like good names versus bad names, I mean, I think the Link is actually... I think the Link is actually a really pretty cool name. So yeah, let's get on with the tease.
All right.
Sure. Well, we are going to do our tease today is basically my trip to Las Vegas, which was a 4-night trip for Memorial Day weekend, which I didn't think I was going to take. And we're just going to follow through on my tweets. Almost everything was sort of covered. I try not to over tweet or over X, but I do try to tell a little bit of a story as I go. And Movestro came up with this idea, and I think it's actually sort of a cool idea looking back at it. So we have my arrival at Las Vegas airport, which was pretty much so at the end of that Saturday. And then I got back to Wynn Tower Suites. It was the first time I was staying in the Wynn Tower Suite Executive. We did a full review of that executive suite last week, so I'm not going to go into it again. But I basically got off the plane at 5 o'clock, and I was sitting in the barbershop chair by 6 p.m. at Wynn for a shave. So that was pretty good. And then I met a good friend for dinner at SW Steakhouse. Hadn't been there. I think it's been a couple of years because I've been gravitating towards Lakeside, which is on the opposite side. But they all have the Lake of Dreams show. It was a great dinner. We shared a steak, and it was really really nice. I mean, my only if there are any complaints, I thought the ribeye was great. We got regular ribeye that we shared. We got a bunch of sides. Something that I learned is that you could actually split the vegetable sides. So if you wanted like a broccoli and a mushrooms, you can get half and half, so you don't have to get full orders. So we got au gratin, we got broccoli, we got mushrooms, and we also got the macaroni and cheese. But super 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 nice, super nice dinner. And then we move on to day two, where I decided to play some baccarat after I played some video poker in the morning. They do have 9-5 jacks or better super times pay in the Encore high limit. And I wasn't sure I was going to play baccarat, but one of the pit bosses there told me that they sometimes negotiate the table limits. And they did, because I only like to play baccarat games that are squeeze games. And it was sort of a crazy shoe. I ended up not winning, but it was really, really bad at one point. So that was sort of nice to be able to survive that shoe.
Hmm.
And the second shoe must have started out, I guess it must have started out with tie, because I bet tie because I always bet the first hand of a shoe. And one of the funny things about that is I think that's the next slide, Bovestro.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's what's cool about that is Shirley, who was the first female baccarat dealer in the world at Stardust, who was trained by Rosenthal, always used to say to me, that you always need to bet the tie for the first hand of the shoe. And what I said in this tweet is always bet the tie for the first hand of a new shoe. Why? I can still hear Shirley's voice. Always bet tie and banco, tie and bank. And I always do put a tip for the dealers on there. And I did a little throwback to my Stardust nostalgia there.
Mm-hmm.
Then moving right along, I was highlighting how nice every night they do have turn down service at Wynn. If you're not familiar with turn down service, it's twice daily housekeeping. It's when housekeeping comes back to your room again and basically neatens up, gets your bed ready for bed, also cleans up the bathroom, removes towels and things like that. So I was sort of talking about how neat the turn down service is. They also leave ice too, which is really, really nice. Then I think we spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but then I guess that must have been turned down. I don't know. Is this in order? I don't know. Who knows? That's Saturday. That must have been Saturday night, Sunday. Then on Sunday, I did go to a buffet. We talked about that yesterday. And then some friends grabbed me to go to XS, which is the nightclub at Wynn Las Vegas, which is super cool and super vibey. For lack of a better term, I'm not necessarily that much of a club person, but Movestro will tell us who the DJ was because he'll remember.
It's Rufus Du Sol.
Thank you. You should put that in the show notes. And supposedly he's a really cool DJ. And we were meeting some friends who had a table inside, a table outside, and also one of the cabanas upstairs. So it was cool to see all these different places at XS. And on top of it, they also do have outdoor gaming at XS. Mostly blackjack, was mostly full. And I think I tried to get some table details, but it's all 6-5 blackjack. It's similar to the blackjack they have at the European pool. The European pool also has blackjack and craps, and they do have some crazy high table limits, but they usually have some $25 tables too. And yes, it is all 6-5 blackjack. If that bothers you, then it's probably, well, I mean, 6-5 blackjack cheats you on the blackjack basically. So it's not a great game to play, but it's quite common the game you'll find on the strip for lower table limits and also in party pit kind of situations. And then I was talking about my favorite place for breakfast. And my favorite solo breakfast spot is Tableau in the Wynn Tower Suites area. I especially like it because they have a bar that you can go to for breakfast and sit at. So you don't have to wait for a table because a lot of people take reservations. And I think this was a rather simple breakfast where I got an omelet with Swiss sausage and tomatoes, bacon, a great croissant. By the way, their croissants are super duper gigantic. And it was overall it was really nice, and black iced coffee. Then the next day, I showed what it looked like waking up from bed in the Wynn Tower Suites at around 5 a.m. because I had a bunch of work I had to get to, and you can see the sphere. But what's so interesting is the sphere looks like the moon, and it sort of shows the, what do you call that, Malvestra, when the moon, like when it's light and dark?
Yeah, it's rotating. I think you have video of it coming up, but it shows the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, so that's, yeah, the dark, that's right, the dark side of the moon. Hey, there's a song by that title. Yes, so you can see the dark side of it. But I think what it's a great idea that they turn the sphere into a moon that you're looking at, or into a replication of the moon. So how cool is that? I think that's actually really one of the cooler things. I mean, they've done some amazing things, and it really does. I don't know. Look at that, Movestro. Does that look like a moon?
It does, like 100%. I saw that. I think there's video coming up soon, further down. But yeah, it's just, I think it's a brilliant idea. It's brilliant. You put the freaking moon on the freaking Las Vegas Strip. It's brilliant. It's just, I love this idea.
Yeah, no, it's great. And then after the day after I recovered from excess, we did the fun steak nachos, this fun steak nachos video, which we shared. And remember, we have to get Graham and Karen on. You need to get on that, Movestro.
Yeah, my bad. I gotta, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, but we're going to talk about the in-room dining at Wynn. We talked about the in-room. I mean, we did a whole video basically on this. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can look at it. This tweet does give you a little bit of the idea of picture. And staying on the topic of in-room dining, the next X that I have is actually late night Wynn Las Vegas room service. And I don't know what I did that day. I didn't eat anything or barely anything that day, but I got late night room service, which was exquisite. I got a turkey bacon sandwich, but I ordered the French onion soup, and that French onion soup was, to quote some of my friends, banging. That was an amazing French onion soup. And I actually asked them for extra cheese, but the way they melted it and crusted the cheese so perfectly, it was super hot. Even the plate underneath it was hot. It was impressive for room service. I mean, just look at that. Look at that French onion soup.
Yeah,
like
that
the
looks
quality
amazing.
of that. I mean, and this is in-room dining. One of the reasons why I love Wynn. Oh, and then the next slide. Yes, we are nothing like waking up to the full moon. I guess I saw this moon twice. You see, I didn't even remember that. And yes, this is the video of that moon, and you can see how the moon gets dark. That's pretty damn cool.
That is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that was like a closer yeah, nothing like somebody, yeah, I was so witty. Nothing like waking up to a full moon. Oh, I'm also witty. Yes. So that's really, really cool. That was the day I was also talking about morning potions and elixirs. And I don't know, that might have been the morning of the night. I don't know though. Yes, that was, no, I had
6:57 a.m. May 29th.
Yeah, that's true. So that was after, yeah, that was it, because I had the later, Huh. That's
I put them in order, man.
yeah, yeah. No, that's interesting. Anyway, that morning I wasn't very hungry, so I just had green juice and I had another remedy shot kind of thing, which was sort of cool, which was a nice way to start the day. I think that was like my sort of detox day, which was my final day.
Mm.
That's also the day I had to check out. What I did this day was a little bit creative. I did a 2 o'clock checkout. I did a bunch of work. I did a 2 o'clock checkout. What's missing here is another dice session. I played coffee dice for a couple of hours on checkout morning. Nothing good happened, but it was a $15 craps table. And I do want to say the unicorn is definitely alive. $15 craps is available at Encore Boston Harbor in the morning, and they will keep you grandfathered in, and it's 3 times, 4 times, 5 times odds. I think I really like $15 dice, because if you want to stay on the line, you can take full odds, and it is not going to destroy your bankroll if it's not a good table. So I think that's really, really good, because you've got that $75 behind is the most you'll ever have behind on the 6 and the 8 if you do $15, which is still quite a significant amount of money. I also like sometimes throwing up small bets on the 5 and the 9 for $15. Anyhow, I had a great time. Not a great session, but I had a great time. The dealers were really good. And one of the things that I really appreciated so much, I don't even know if I told Josh Duffy this, because we share these stories. They're like, you're on vacation. We'll handle all your bets. Don't worry. We'll take care of it and make sure everything's up. And they really did. They're always wonderful, making sure that my hardways are up, making sure my all tall small is all set. And one time I made a mistake and my odds were light, and I hit the point, and they looked at my odds and they said, "Ooh, why didn't you do full odds, Michael? You were $10 short there." And I was like, and I don't remember what number it is, but whatever. I was about $10 short, and I was like, "Ooh, my bad. I made a mistake." And they said, "You know what? Drop down." I think I put 45 and I was supposed to put 60. Yeah, because maybe I was thinking it was the maybe I was thinking it was the 4 and the 10. Anyway, they said to me something like, drop down $15. We're going to count it as full odds. We're going to pay you. You've been betting full odds for the last 2 hours. We know you meant to bet full odds, and we're going to pay the bet. So they basically had me put down the additional money, and then they paid me the win based on that additional money. And I think that's pretty cool. Isn't that cool, Milvesco?
Very
yeah,
cool.
I mean, yeah. So basically, the casino. What's nice about it is the dealers weren't like, "Wow, sucks to be you. You hit the point and your odds were light." Instead, they're like, "Oh, we know you meant to do this correct. So just drop down this extra money, and we'll pay the bet correctly." That's one of the nice. A lot of casinos will do that, but Wynn Las Vegas is really, really good about that kind of thing. And then I finally got over to Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Still not sure about it, but I love that whole Miami feel when you pull into the Porte Cochere. It's good. I mean, it's nice. I really like it. I mean, now that I'm looking at it again, it's pretty cool. If I had done better on gambling on this trip, I was planning to do at least one significant session, because they have pretty good baccarat at Fontainebleau, but my gambling was not so hot this trip, so I did not want to allocate any money, just because I was sort of done. So I did upgrade my card to Royal from Wynn Black, which was really, really nice. And it's also like, in the geeky sense, I was organically Wynn Platinum. I matched to Wynn Black, and then I matched my Wynn Black to Fontainebleau Royal, and I activated it, but I didn't play it all. So, because the comps, remember, this is a good thing to know about the Fontainebleau rewards. These sign up comps that you get for the tier level, they're good until December 31st. But as I will tell people all the time, do not play until you're ready to play significantly the first time at a property. So don't just fool around and do $100 coin in or not really play. And that's why I didn't play. I'm planning to play there decently in September. And I didn't use any of the comps because I'm not in a rush to use them. They're good till December 31st, so I don't have to rush to do that. And that's part of their program. Then I had a meeting at Resorts World that went really well. Happened to like that property, so I ran over there quickly. Then I ran back to Wynn, And maybe did I put any of those pictures from the spa? I guess I didn't. Well, I wouldn't really put spa pictures. But I went over to Wynn, and since I had already checked out, I decided to actually use my Wynn Black, which I just matched to $200 spa credit, to spend some time in the spa and have a massage before my red eye flight, which works out actually a great pro tip for Las Vegas is if you have a checkout, say you check out at 2 in the afternoon, you can then go to the spa and hang out there until closing and get a massage and hang out in the spa. And what's really, really nice about that is I was able to change and shower and do all that right before going to the airport for my red eye flight. And I have a new host at Wynn, and he told me he was going to set up a car for me after the spa. I actually ran to Charlie's and had a quick bite after the spa in the car, and he surprised me with the beautiful Phantom. Did you show that Phantom? That made my year. So, Wynn Las Vegas has one of the largest fleets
Boom,
of
there it is.
Phantoms. That's right. Those Phantoms are close to they're over $400,000 a car. I believe Wynn has about 8 of those on their fleet. It is always a surprise and delight to get them. They are only for casino side customers. You can't request them, though, of course, their biggest players get them quite often. This was a super surprise to me, and it's an amazing car to get to drive in. I've been in it once before with the fam, and that was really cool. And it was a great way to end a Vegas trip. Trip was fabulous, one of the best trips ever, especially the time I got to spend with Movestro. We had a real blast, which was awesome. Thank you, Movestro, for those wonderful memories. Also saw another good friend and a few other people I hadn't seen in a long time. So it was great, other than not winning, but that's gambling. So I don't count whether I win or lose on a trip because I have a designated amount of money I am willing to wager. And we never know what will happen next time. I will leave that I did run into somebody from the Facebook group who introduced themselves to me, Joyce at Fontainebleau, and she was about to play baccarat there and told me she appreciated the information from the TravelZork Facebook group, which is always great to hear. And then in the Facebook group the next day, she said she went on a run in baccarat. So I was so depressed that I didn't play baccarat with her while I was at Fontainebleau because I had decided I was done playing. But you know what? Them to breaks, you can't predict it. It could have also not gone well, but I was very glad that she won, and that was super awesome.
All right, cool. Yeah, man, it was awesome hanging out with you in person as opposed to over this thing that we have here and everything else. But I will always remember the fact that I had champagne and then had perhaps too much Angel's Envy. I don't know. I think that it's a sipper, isn't it? Because it was just like you would pour whatever amount, and I was like, and I would take it like a shot. But
Well, what I
it's a
liked is
sipper,
that
isn't
you
it?
were so open-minded about it because it's very funny because people say like I don't like bourbon. And you're like, have you tried Angel's Envy? Because it has that like sort of it's that port, right? It's the port barrels we were talking about,
Yeah,
and it has I don't know, maybe it's more like a Japanese whiskey. So I think it's super smooth and it's great. And the champagne went great with the nachos, I
absolutely.
thought.
Yeah.
So Marilyn though said that she thinks they have a sangria, a pink, that's right, a pink sangria she has with the nachos. So that's another thought. I don't know. I was still thinking a red wine, but I'm not sure. But you know what? We should save that for when we have Graham and Karen on because they can talk about wine pairing much more expertly than I can.
All right. Yeah, I will reach out. I will reach out to Karen, and she'll probably reach out to Graham. They can coordinate together and figure out if a Monday or Tuesday is best for them. We'll make it happen, no doubt.
Yeah. That's great. And maybe just to give a little explanation now, we're trying to do two podcasts a week, which are Monday and Tuesday. So two Yo-11 podcasts a week. And then you get lots of extra bonus motherfucker content on YouTube.
Yeah. It'll be bonus extra. Was it bonus extra motherfucker content? Okay.
Yes, that's
That will be happening on Thursdays on YouTube. That's going to be a YouTube exclusive. That will not be part of the podcast feed. So if you want to catch that, be sure to check out our YouTube channel at TravelZork, where every Thursday that episode will be dropping.
Yeah. So it's going to be Thursday, not Wednesday, right? We think.
Yeah, Thursday,
to do.
because it's going to be wrapping up this week at TravelZork and a peek into what Meltzer's working on for the Friday. So yeah, it's Thursday. It's just like the magical sweet spot to have it all.
Yeah, and then we also sometimes have some other videos that are basically TravelZork articles to video form.
Yeah.
In addition. Yeah.
Yeah, we have those. They drop anywhere Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or whatever the case is, depending on how the week goes. But also, it's extra content you're only going to get on the YouTube channel. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, as they say.
No, it's good. But I really am trying. I think this format, because I've been really playing with this for quite a few months. I think the idea of 2 Yo-11 podcasts dropping on Mondays and Tuesdays is our intention, are great. That works out really well for me because I feel I can push through it and get it done on Monday and Tuesday, and then I've got the rest of the week clear. And I'm going to try my best to keep to that schedule and not push. I guess sometimes the Monday will push to Tuesday, and then the Tuesday pushes to Wednesday. So I guess we have that flexibility if we want.
Yeah, and that's also why I chose to do that
Thursday,
that third episode on Thursdays, because then it gives you that extra day of room. Because I'm thoughtful that.
You know that's right. You know those days when I'm like, oh, I can't do this today. I never say that. Do I sound like that? I hope I don't.
No,
that would be horrible.
No, you don't sound like that.
No. Okay, great. Well, that was awesome. I hope everyone enjoyed our little quick Wynn oh my journey. So any questions about my Wynn trip, please feel free to put them in the show notes or come to the Facebook group, because we've got lots of chatty stuff going on in the Facebook group and lots of cool stuff going on with ZorkFest. Remember to buy your ZorkFest ticket.
That's right. Yeah. A tweet went out, I believe, earlier last week. If you need a good excuse to go to Vegas, here it is. And there's a link right there for ZorkFest. So be sure to get your tickets if you have not already done so.
Well, that is some major good social media marketing there.
Why, thank you. I do what I can. You should see the thing that we just dropped Monday about favorite shows, best show to watch in Vegas.
That's great. You got to respond to all those.
Yeah, there's like 21 comments on that so far, so we might have to talk about it.
Will you respond to all those comments as the other one? Because you're better at you know more about those things than I do.
I'm not sure if I'll respond to them. I'll at least like them though.
Okay, I'll respond. No, that's great, and that's actually going to be really cool for next week. I can see where you're going with that, so that's really cool. See, Movestro and I are working in tandem here with different stuff going on, so that was pretty cool. I also did a Twitter poll, which should be over now, which was the least bougie casino.
I could tell you who won. I'm not sure if it's over yet, but I put in my vote, and apparently I agreed with most other people. Caesar's Palace was
Caesar's is the least bougie.
Yes.
Least bougie. That's a marketing thing there. So anyway, that's it. That's it for me for this week. I will see you again next week. As always, we just appreciate you, and thank you for listening.
Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for this episode. And just like I said, be sure to come back Thursday for that This Week in TravelZork episode. It's only going to happen right here on, well, I can't say right here on the YouTube channel because audio people are listening as well, the audio podcast, but it's only going to happen on our YouTube channel. So that's about it. Anyways, luxury travel booking, TravelZork Travel. Visit us at TravelZork.travel to plan your next amazing vacation, not just to Las Vegas, but anywhere in the world. And be sure to reach out to us on social media. You can find us easily. All social platforms are at TravelZork. We'll see you next time.